It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah!
Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Hey, kill! Here we go, 47.
From the 37. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
He steps out of bounds behind
This is one of those plays, Kate, I could just hear defensive buzzwords. Pursue, effort, run him down. Just a total effort defensively to knock that running back right out of bounds and put a negative yardage mark on the stat sheet.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down, here's Dak. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And it sets up 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Another throw for Prescott. Forced out to his right. Pass is hauled in by the running back. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Josh Sweat making the stop.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Going to 53. There we go. There we go, going to 53. Wait, take.
Prescott now on third down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's third and less than a yard.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Hey, field it.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. Still going inside the 35. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go.
Dak now from the gun. Buying some time right. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Yeah! Here we go! Wait.
From the gun is Prescott. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Deep down. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Yeah, here we go! Wait.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Dak throwing again. Catch made by Cooks. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys tie this game 7-7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
No touchdown. Hey, 73, 73. No touchdown.
Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Great. Set.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He's contained at the line for no gain. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an All-Pro, you stick someone like that.
One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking down a 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Barkley's got it. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? Take.
Prescott here from the gun. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready, take.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Dak to the air here. Complete out to the right. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go to Barkley again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. That's a 1st and even more past the 40. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Setting up the screen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Eagles with a 1st and 10. Hurts throwing again. This one falls incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Hurts setting up to throw. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he tried to power it forward, but I don't think he got it. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. On fourth down, Hurts splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it, still able to get that first down.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Oh, not like this, an interception ends that drive. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. And just like that, a very run-focused drive comes to an end that time with an interception.
You know, a lot of times, Kate, when you're finding success running it on a drive, it's because the defense is just waiting for you to throw it. And that's where they're prepared at the time. Sure enough, it's not a rush that dooms them, but a pass and an interception.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right there.
First down, here's Dak. He's on the move. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? 26.
Now Dak to throw. Buys time, rolling right. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Throwing on first is Prescott. And a man is there to knock that away. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And now it's second down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Getting out to his left. And he can escape no longer. They roam over and bring him down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Gotta figure out this third down here. Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And this kick gets past the 20. It's going to reach the 18-yard line before it's touchdown. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. On the return, Britton Covey. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, Brock, you and I were talking about this during the halftime break. This game is going to be decided by who makes the bigger plays in this second half. And right away, we've got a big one.
Yeah, what a brilliant moment for the special teams to create that turnover and that fumble right away. gives them the first opportunity. We know there's a handful of plays every game in the NFL that dictate the terms. That was an awfully big one to begin the second half.
And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Hey, kill! 46.
Dak off the play fake. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys take the lead right away in half number 2. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Covey now to return this. Returns looking good so far. Past midfield and he's got space. It's a foot race. And he had everyone thinking 6 before they finally get to him and stop that return.
Kid, I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set up for some serious success.
Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah!
Dak now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
It's first downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers, that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this, but just find a way time and again to put the ball in their hands?
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10, Prescott. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here we go! Right. Here we go, 47.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Right there. Wait, take.
Prescott now on third down. Brought in right side. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take. Here we go. 46. 26. 26.
He'll throw it. And there's Reed Blankenship with the pick. The 50. 30. Gets the 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yeah! Hey, kill! 20, 26.
Back to the air, Prescott after that pick. Hits his running back. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 5. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
This, our last play of the quarter.
Yeah! Here we go! 26.
Another give to the wideout. Man, he has been busy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt reaches 50 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Great.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Here's another carry for Barkley. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts now from the gun. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. He's looking for A.J. Brown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. On the move, headed right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to 54. Why? What do you think?
Prescott here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Throw complete to Lamb. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Now Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Eagles leading by 7. They've got first down from the 31. Here's Saquon. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Goddard makes the catch. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Likely going to see him take a knee here. Force him to burn a timeout, conserve a little of that clock. One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. And maybe they lost track of downs. The board only reads 3rd, but the punt team is out on the field. One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here's Barkley. And this run doesn't quite reach enemy territory. Tackled at midfield. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Dallas.